Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I stand on existing protocol. My name is Temilade Ogunniyi'S, as he had mentioned. I think a couple of us know me or know me, and then when I was sent this topic, I was like, yes, this is apt for us to be able to pass the message across to other people. So the topic is modeling women for career and business growth. And I think this is a very, very important topic for most of us that are women. For me, I like to be very interactive when I'm having sessions as this. And I also like to ask questions. So while communicating. So modeling women, I think it's one that is very, very important for us to grow within whatever field we would like to venture into, especially for the younger generations that are here. And this introduces us to a lot of things that a lot of activities that we think we can do. And even if you're mentors, there are areas where you need to also cover to help the younger generation. What does modeling mean? Modeling women means using successful women in business as role models and examples to inspire and guide other women in their own career development and entrepreneurial pursuits, highlighting the strategies, achievements, and overcoming challenges to encourage female leadership and business participation. And I think this is very straightforward. I don't think we really need any explanation. So, so I cited examples of people who have succeeded. Interestingly, we have a mix of international foreigners. We have, and then we brought it home. So we have Elizabeth Holmes, who started a company at 19. Do we have any 19-year-old here? I know we have older 19. Not yet. Anyway, you can plan ahead, right? So Holmes founded a company when she was 19 years old at Stanford University that would eventually change the medical world. She has over 80 patents in her name and a net worth of $4.6 billion. A class she took at Stanford is now widely available online with Dr. Channing Robertson, a very influential professor in her life. She claims to work from the time she wakes up until she goes to sleep, a lifestyle akin to that of a friend and game changer Elon Musk. She also claims to work as hard for similar reasons. What matters are words. What matters is how well we do in trying to make people's lives better. That's why I am doing this. That's why I work the way I work. And that's why I love what I'm doing so much. What amazes me is that she is a Stanford dropout at 19 years. She didn't go further. She left school at 19 years, and which is not a mark against women, right? If you're a dropout, it doesn't mean that you can't still make progress. It doesn't mean that you can't still do something. Neither does it mean that you can't go back to school. But instead, a positive thing for other women in the tech industry to look up to. This leads me to my main point. If you want something, it doesn't matter what it is, what you look like, or where you come from. As long as you are deeply passionate, work with an unparalleled intensity, aim to help people, you can become absolutely anything you want to be. Just never stop and never quit. Next, Pratiksha Tongwalker is Indian, right? She started as a sweeper, a cleaner, someone that was looked at as a non-entity, someone that everyone thought would go nowhere. But she had a plan. She was a cleaner. She became, from being a cleaner, she was actually captured by people, captivated by people around her. Like, this lady is really good. She's dedicated, right? And then a starting point, which is her journey, is she began her career as a sweeper at SBI branch in Mumbai. She was yet to complete her high school education at that time because there were no funding. She came from a very poor background. Challenges and determination. Despite facing financial constraints and personal hardships, Patricia was determined to seek a better life for herself and her son. She worked tirelessly. She had a child out of wedlock. She worked tirelessly and she was determined to seek a better life for herself and her son. She worked tirelessly cleaning rooms, dusting furnitures, and sweeping the branch premises for a meager monthly income. She didn't care about the salary. She was like, I need to just make a living, and I need to show everyone that I can do well, and I can do more. Education. Pratisha didn't stop there. She enrolled in Wright College in Mumbai. Using her hard-earned money with the support of her co-workers, she pursued her studies and graduated with a degree in psychology in 1995. Her dedication and diligence caught the attention of everyone around her, even the workers of SBI. And then because of that, they kind of wanted to support her because she had already extended a hand to want to do better, right? So they now started seeing people contributing money for her to further her education, because that was her passion. That was what she wanted to do. She wanted to further her school. She wanted to earn better. She wanted to make her life better. She wanted to make her son better. And because she was helping people, she ensured that the work that was placed in her hands, she was doing it diligently with her heart and mind, right? It was easy for people to want to say, I need to help you. I want to help you. Take this money to support your education. And Pratisha's relentless perseverance paid off. She was promoted from sweeper to clerk, and her upward trajectory continued. Over the years, she climbed the organizational ladder from scale 4 to chief general manager and finally to AGM. Then SBA recognized her exceptional achievement and commitment. Personal life. She faced personal tragedies, including becoming a widow at a young age. Her second marriage to Pramod Tongwalkar provided her with a support and encouragement to pursue her banking career. Inspiration and recognition. Her story has inspired many, emphasizing that hard work and determination can shape your destiny, right? So that's for Pratisha. Follow Rishala. So we are bringing it home, right, to every one of us. These are people that are like us. She came from a white family, but she was lucky. She was born in the UK, or I think maybe she spent a part of her life in the UK. So she started her career in banking, and then she was able to develop herself from there. She moved from there to working with First National Bank in Chicago, and then executive secretary and managing director. She became the head of the corporate affairs department of the International Merchant Bank of Nigeria, and later became the office assistant to the Treasury Department. She then studied fashion design at the American College in London and the Central School of Fashion. She started a fashion label called Supreme Stitches, renamed it as Rose of Sharon House of Fashion in 1996. She was the president and lifelong trustee of the Fashion Designers Association. In May 1993, they were looking around. Oh, there are OMLs available. And she was very good at her fashion, right? Those days, you would look at fashion designers as just fashion designers. But because she was diligent in the fashion designing, when they were going to sell off OML, whatever, they looked at her like, I can actually do it. And then they felt, okay, let's try you with it. And she did very well with it, right? Today, she's one of the richest men in the world. If she was not diligent with the little she was doing, they would not have considered her for the next level. If she had not thought of leaving her space for something different, she would not be where she is today. Next, Mrs. Okonjo, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She also had a very good background. She was lucky. She grew up and then she found herself in the World Bank, rising to become the managing director for operations from 2007 to 2011. She served as Commissioner Emeritus and co-chair of Global Commission on the Economy and Climate. She was Nigeria's finance minister under President Obasanjo. From there, President Goodluck Jonathan saw the good work that she did, and he felt, let's retain this lady. And she was retained. In 2005, Euromoney named her Global Finance Minister of the Year. It's a very big achievement. She then became the Director General of the World Trade Organization. When you don't do well with the little placed in your hands, there is no way you can become bigger. You would only remain in that little space. Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, she began her career at a youth service in Kano, working as an audit trainee at Akintola Williams. And then she later joined Alibert Nigeria Limited, a furniture company, from where she founded her own Sokwa Chair Center. From there, she's a fellow of the African Leadership Initiative and Aspen Global Network. She's a member of Nigerian Economic Summit Group, the board of the Nigerian Sovereign Wealth Fund, and a former chairperson of the Board of Trustees of Women in Management, Business, and Public Service. In 2011, she founded the After School Graduate Development Center to address unemployment in Nigeria. On September 7, 2015, she made history by becoming the first female chairman of First Bank. She also serves as IESC's International Advisory Board and sits on the boards of Digital Draw Limited and Cadbury. If they were not ambitious enough to move to the next level, we would not be hearing of them today. Next. Catherine Uju Ifekija. So these are women within oil and gas and maritime now. She obtained her basic education at University Primary School, Nsukka, and her secondary education at Queen's School, Enugu, and others. She graduated from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, with a diploma in law and LLB. She served as a required she served a required NYSC at Texaco, and went from there into Chevron, Texaco and Chevron. She joined Texaco as a junior counsel in 1987. She spent 2 years at Texaco Overseas Petroleum Limited from 1988 to 1989 and was acting chief counsel by 1991. This gave her the experience in upstream and downstream sector. Sometimes your experience is enough for you to move out. You don't have to remain in that box. Your experience is good for you to go and make a difference outside, right? That way you can become an employer. That way you struggle or you thrive. So she had to step out, to go into politics at first, and then she now went into Britannia Hay. Today, she is the chairperson and CEO of Britannia Hay. It's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and she's believed to be one of the 6 most powerful women in oil and gas in the world, and one of the richest women in Africa. She has received several awards in her business. Next. And I think this is the last one. Mrs. Astrop. You would have been hearing of it for those in maritime. She is from a not too influential background, but she was determined that she was going to make a difference. Now, she started her career in NNPC meticulously for 23 years, rising through the ranks to attain the position of Special Assistant to the Honorable Minister for Petroleum and Energy. Today, she is the Vice Chairman and a significant shareholder of ENL Consortium, APAPA. She's also the Chairman, Seaport Terminal Operators Association. Mind you, Seaport Terminal Operators, she is the only female in that association, and she was made the leader. Does that speak anything to you? I appreciated the fact that he came to represent a female, right? And she came to represent the commissioner. A female came to represent the commissioner, and he came to represent a female. We rarely see that happen, but it's happening. So she graduated as in business management from the Auburn College, London. She also studied in the following institutions of higher learning: London Business School, London Corporate Training Center, Pittman Central College, London. Now, she had an interview with Vanguard some years ago, so I was able to stumble on that. And they asked her a question: do you have any experience or education in the maritime sector prior you coming into the business? And she said to them, not at all. But I developed myself. I did research and sought for advice and help when necessary. Before, when you're asking for help, it was like a sign of weakness. Today, asking for help is a strength, right? One thing I want everyone to know, there's something called diversity. Diversity means your own brain can be at the back. My brain can be on the side, on the left side. Your brain can be on the right side. Some brains can be in the front, right? It means everyone bring it together to make a head. So you cannot know it all. So when you ask for help, it's not a weakness. It is a strength. Like, I don't know it. I would like to learn from you because I can see that you know it. Can you please help me so that I can speed up? And you give yourself a timeline. So that is the way it works. She said, especially with people who have been in the industry and they're obliged accordingly. Because at that time, she was very humble. She said, oh, okay, please help me. I don't understand. What does this mean? And people would always want to help because she came with the heart of, I want to know it. I don't know it all, but I want to know it. And people were there to help. I also learned on the job, and within 6 months, I was able to explore beyond expectation. It was as if I had an experience of 20 years, and that was what makes me a woman. What a man can do, a woman can do. But the woman must be ready to do that better. Otherwise, you remain on that spot. Your husband will be rubbing your head, providing food to the table, buying you pants, buying you bra. Not abortion. This is where we should learn from people who have done it, who have weathered the challenges. You can read about several other women. They've done fantastically well. They are not timid. I will tell you my story so that everyone can learn. And she said, woman has no limitation. It's a fact. When you walk into an office, the way they will attend to you, especially when you are properly dressed, right? You don't have to be so beautiful. It's not important. Be properly dressed. It's not like you're dressed halfway naked and people are looking at you. What's she coming for? No. You properly dressed. You're coming with a purpose. They see you as someone who has a purpose for walking into the office. And you would see a lot of men wanting to help you. It is very important. And she said, women have no limitation. It's a fact on what she can do. The capacity is huge, right? You're living in Festac, you're living in Apapa, Ajegule. You're living in the maritime sector and you are suffering. Oh God, please look for a mentor. You have not done enough. There is more to be done. Ask Mr. Kingsley. He has a lot of mentors on his records. Ask him for one. He will help you. And the mentors will be ready to assist. Okay? The capacity is huge when a woman is encouraged. Just the way my husband encouraged me to do. Sometimes you can see the women that we've reviewed, most of them were helped by men. I don't know if anything was between them, but we don't care. Maybe some of them, nothing was between them, but they were helped by men. I think that's one thing that is still missing amongst we women. Mr. Kingsley mentioned it. We are not seeing women raising women. Maybe we will be able to break that barrier fully soon. But even if it's a man that you find around you to help you, please take advantage of that opportunity. It comes once in a while. It's not always around you. Whatever association you find yourself or meeting you find yourself, take advantage of it. It's called networking. The foundation of success, mindset. What are the unique attributes for career and business growth? There are some attributes you would have that people will want to help you naturally, right? When you have some funny behaviors that doesn't make people attracted to you, by the time you walk up to them, they want to run. You are coming this way, they want to run that way. You are going nowhere. You are going nowhere. Now, mindset is, you see it, your mind is already positive, like, I can do it. When you have it as a I can do it, it's spiritual. It comes to the physical. I can do it mindset alone brings that success to your table. But when you have this mindset of, oh, it's difficult, and you run away from it, you're going nowhere. You remain on that same spot for many years. Your juniors will come and be your senior, right? So mindset is the foundation of success, and a growth mindset embraces change. So I can remember when I was coming up in my career, right? Whenever they say this thing is tough, I'll tell them, okay, put me there. You say, Temi is the toughest. Yes, put me on that one. My people, the toughest is where you will learn most. When it is simple, you would not learn. You would remain and idle water. Next, embrace new challenges. Why would you be on a job for 20 years? Why would you be on the same spot for 20 years? Where do you want to grow to? What have you learned? By the time you spend 20 years on the same spot, you become obsolete after 20 years. Especially when you're working in an organization where there is no dynamism. Things are done the same way, year in, year out. Now we are tech, AI. You are still passing papers around. And you are in the same organization you have lost 10 years back. There is still a time for improvement. You can still change even at 50. You can still do something different at 50. It's a challenge for every one of us. Successful individuals don't merely accept challenges, they actively seek them out. Right? When I'm in a place and they tell me, oh, Temi is tough, I'm like, it's when it's tough that we weather it now. There are opportunities in those toughness. Let's look for that opportunity. That's it. And we find the opportunities and we make more money. All the organizations that have worked, they still call back to say, what do you think we can do here? Because You've groomed yourself to be that way, not having this limited mindset, limited brain, where you've not added anything, any value to yourself over years or over the years. When faced with unfamiliar territory, they view it as an opportunity to expand their capabilities rather than a threat to their existing expertise. Those are people that are ready for success. Next, commitment to acquiring new knowledge. I remember those days when I moved into the port, I thought that the competition was was deeper than I thought, right? And it was competition between myself and the male. We were like 2 or 3 females in the almost leadership level amongst several men, over 200 men. How would you do it? And we did it. Commitment to acquiring new knowledge. Read and research. You have to keep reading and reading and reading. You have to keep improving on your knowledge. Participate in professional development programs. I said to myself, I need to go for my master's. I don't want a situation where I want the next level and they tell me, oh, you only have a BSc. You can't, without a master's, you cannot take the next level. And I went for the master's, self-sponsored, right? I didn't wait to go and ask organization and I'll write the letter would stay for 2 years before you can move to the next level. And now a PhD. You have to keep improving yourself. Seek mentor relationships. I've said it before. Mr. Kingsley, hold on to his shirt. He will find you a mentor. Experiment with new technologies. Don't be archaic. Archaic is now a thing of the past. Now it's what is next. Your children can even help you. Right? Your children can sometimes help you. Please hold on to them. And please, while you are looking at yourself to move to the next level, make sure you are not leaving your children behind. Otherwise, they will be at the back end when their mates have gone ahead. Okay? Your children are not competing with only Nigerians. In another 10, 20 years, they will be competing with Chinese and Indians. The world will be fully global. Now it's now remaining where they will sit. When Chinese are sitting and doing things in 5 seconds, they are doing it in 23 hours. So you need to start dragging your children on that line. Adapting to industry trends. I think I mentioned it in the course of my explanations. Break out of the comfort zone. Don't remain on the same seat. Don't remain on the same space. Don't be out. I'm comfortable here. I don't want to move. Hey, the world will move beyond you. So don't remain on your comfort zone. Growth happens at the edge of discomfort. When you move, that's when your growth happens. If you see people that have been in the same bank, they wouldn't have moved as much as people that have gone round, because the people that have gone round have had multiple experiences across different places. So there's an organization whose mouth is wide open, wanting to adopt them, like this one has gone round, has experienced so many, right? So this is now you that we need. And the next thing you hear that someone is made the MD, because he has gained vast experiences, more than people that started with him but remained on the same spot. Take on projects slightly over. Take on projects that are slightly beyond your current expertise. If they say, oh, okay, who can do it? Even if you can't do it, raise up your hand. Take it. Go and do research. Ask for help. People will help you. Never sit on your comfort zone. Network with professionals outside your field. Embrace constructive criticism. Some of us run away from criticism. By the way, I also had the same challenge at the beginning of my career, even at the middle ages. When they say, no, Temi, you are not good at this, I will get angry, like, what is it? But today, when I'm doing anything, I look for people to criticize me, because I want a different opinion more than my view. Today is another leadership level. You look for people to criticize what you are doing. That's when you can record success. Resilience isn't an innate trait. It is a skill that successful people deliberately cultivate. You have to be resilient. I need to be successful. I need to make it. Resilience. Resilience. Convert setbacks into stepping stones, even if there are setbacks. Take it again. Learn something. Where did I get it wrong? And take your steps from there. Look for people that can help you. Like, how did I get it? Can you help me view this? How did I get it wrong? Okay, I can see. Then you learn your lessons and it gets better. Identify valuable lessons from each challenge. Every challenge you encounter, identify your lessons. Every challenge, identify your lessons. Use failures as market research data. Build stronger strategies based on past experiences. Share lessons learned to help others grow. For me, I looked for mentor in anyone I see around me that is better than me, right? I had older people, older relatives, co-workers that are better than me. I'll tell you, please, can you help me here? I don't understand it, you know. And then from there, you see that by the time you give yourself a timeline, you are better than you were when you started. Next. For people who would like to model us, or who would like to model younger generations or younger people, always share your success stories, please. Interviews, always interview people that are successful. Don't envy them. There's still a room for you. The room is really wide for everyone to succeed. Profiles, read their profiles. Case studies of successful female entrepreneurs and executives in various media outlets. You will always have it. Highlighting how they overcame their challenges. Sharing stories of how women have navigated obstacles like gender bias, work-life balance, and lack of access to funding. Those days I never wanted to hear, oh, okay, you're a female, we are male. So today people call me female like male. Because, I mean, how can you work in a port environment and rise up to that level? And at the point where I'm like, no, I've done enough, I want to exit. Let me go and do something different, right? So, and that's it. Promoting diversity and inclusion, and it's for many of us women. Please, when you have to recruit, look for women. But it has to be based on merit. Look for women. Oh, some women, they say, oh, I want the man to work, overwork. So you don't want women because you know that they will get pregnant, they will have babies, and then maybe the burden will be on you for some time. No, it doesn't work that way. Please, raise other women, support other women. It's very, very important. Role model effect. Provide visible examples of successful women for young girls and women to aspire. We've gone through it already, and that's where we are. Add policies and procedures. Anybody that has organizations here, please, if you are one of the policy influencers amongst us, please, always push for policies that support women. It's very, very important. Support initiatives that are women-driven. It's very important. Empowerment. Hey, some people will be, because they are madam, oh, don't touch, don't go. Because you don't want the person to become visible. Either you like it or not, that person will become visible, right? Don't be intimidated because someone knows better than you. No, learn from that person, even if that person is your junior. Don't frustrate that person. That young girl that you are frustrating will end up growing. You don't have a choice. It's called destiny. There's nothing you can do. But when this girl grows, she's going to help you in your later years. This is based on my experience. It is very important. Don't kill the younger generations in workplace. Rather, mentor them and support them. Talent development, very important. Develop other talents. It is also related to empowerment. Economic growth, I made it really small, intentionally. Even if your economy is not growing, it doesn't mean that we should not satisfy the basics that we have discussed in this session. And I think we've tried. I've taken a lot of time already. Thank you. Next. So, key components. A well thought out career development plan acts as a roadmap, guiding you through the steps necessary to achieve your development goals. If you don't have a goal, you cannot grow. When you started January, what do you want to become by December? Did you write anything out? How do you want to get there? Was it defined? If it wasn't defined, you are not getting anywhere. You better go and start your January in March. Or you can start your January in April. It's very, very important. You have to have a goal for people to be able to support you. So if you want to draft a goal, what do you go through? Assess your current skills. Where am I today? Where do I want to be? Goal setting. Define what career success looks like for you. Is it about achieving a challenging task? Probably. Landing a managerial role. Maybe. If that's your goal, please, you have to define it. I want to work in NNPC. If you don't write it down and follow it, there's no way if you meet an NNPC MD, you won't be able to converse with that NNPC MD because you don't even have a goal. You don't even know the unit you want to work for in NNPC. If you don't, then you can't go anywhere. Learning and development. sharpen yourself up, learn new things. You have to keep learning and unlearning. Keep learning and developing yourself. Networking. Hey, anywhere you find yourself, make sure you network. Oh. Meet the people you've not met with here. And I think it's also a challenge for me because I've not met with Oga and everyone here very well. So I will do that. Mentorship. I've discussed it already. So please take it on. This slide is available with Chinwe. She can share it with everyone. You can look at it later. Google is your friend. Google more to learn. Take care. I wish you the best. I look forward to having one of you on this board, or maybe 5 of us on this board. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.